Good morning, everybody. It's been a while. I hope you're all doing well. Um, I wanted to make this video. It's not true, I did not want to make this video, but I felt like you deserve this video. So, here we go. So the last few weeks have been rough. Actually, the last 3 months have been rough, but the last few weeks have not been any better. So the last video, or I think a couple videos ago, I was kind of happy that I went down to 286. I figured I was finally back on the right track, but Saxenda started making me super nauseous. So I got off of Saxenda. I just couldn't handle it. I didn't feel like it was the right way to lose weight. Feeling nauseous, feeling sick all the time. I don't know, it just doesn't seem right for me. So because of that, I got off of it, and at that same time, I kind of fell off the wagon. You know, I've been kind of on and off the wagon for the last 3 months, but I'd say the last couple weeks or so, I've been pretty much just doing what I was doing before. Eating breakfast, going out for lunch. I'd go downstairs to the restaurants and get food, even though it was better quality food than what I would do before. I wouldn't eat the big plates like before, but still, I can give you an example. I did it again yesterday. I went downstairs, though yesterday was actually a better day. Anyway, but just to go back over the last 2 weeks, breakfast almost every day, and then lunch. Well, that's it. So it wasn't my healthy shake. It wasn't my peanut butter. It could be a 6-inch from Subway. It could be a 12-inch from Subway. That's just lunch. And then dinner time. Well, that's kind of free for all. So we've had a lot of restaurants in the last couple of weeks too. Active lifestyles. Just so it was a lot easier to pick stuff up at the restaurants, and even at restaurants, I was not as good as I normally would be. So, well, I figured, well, you know what, it's going to add up for a little bit, but I'll try to control it. And I always kind of put things off to tomorrow. I'll take care of that tomorrow. And I'm not taking care of it. So yesterday, and I haven't been weighing myself, obviously, right? Which is pretty typical. If anyone's ever lost and gained again, you stop going on the scale because you don't want to see that number. And I was kind of doing that for the last 2 weeks. Yesterday, I had a pretty decent day. My first decent day in a long time where I didn't have breakfast. I had a coffee for breakfast. For lunch, though, I did go downstairs. I had a real lunch, but I had it's poulet rouge is what it's called. And it's basically rice, 7 different types of vegetables, and some chicken. So that was pretty good. And then for dinner, again, I had rice and like vegetable. Like it was a good day. So I figured, you know what, maybe I'll weigh myself today in hopes that I did well enough to be still under 290. So I weighed myself this morning, 300.4. All right, so how do I feel? I think you guys know how I feel, right? I think the lowest I've been was 275.6. So this brings me up nearly 25 pounds from my lowest. And I see it. I looked at my video today. I want to see. I remember the day where I was the lightest. It was December 24th. So I looked at that video today, and you can see it in my face. You definitely see it in my face. So it feels like right now I am at a crossroads or a fork in the road or an ultimatum type or I think this is where mentally I have to decide where am I going. I think if I don't fix it now, I'm going right back up. That's what's going through my mind. And I kind of feel like I'm grasping. Kind of feel like I'm trying to hold on as much as I can to my weight loss and for dear life kind of thing, thinking it's just a question of time before it gets ripped away from me. And you know what? That's addiction, right? I spoke about addiction. So as much as I'm hard on myself, it's going to be, like I said, it's a lifelong battle. But now I have to talk myself into it, get back to what worked, and it did work. You know, I think a lot of people will question, well, maybe you didn't do it correctly. Well, maybe. Listen, everything's possible. But all I know is, and because I documented it and I've watched videos, is whenever things are going well up here, the diet I had was perfect. Skip breakfast, light lunch, and go to town for dinner. It just works. And I felt good with that. But along the way, you just adapt, right? So because I fell off the wagon 2, 3, 4 times, I just went right back to what I've been doing the last 40 years. And so that's a problem. So to keep it short now, I'm trying to get back on track. I'm trying to see, this is my last shot, kind of fixing this before I just go all the way back up. And it doesn't feel good, but I don't feel hopeless. I don't feel that at all. I don't even feel like I'm gonna fail. I feel like this is a lesson. I feel like this is just something that I'll probably have to battle many, many times. And this is where I'm gonna see if I can hold on and actually get back on track. Looking at some of the older videos today, no, the problems I have today are the same problems I had while I was losing weight in the kind of way where, like if I just had December 24th video, I had the same problems I have now. It was morning, I was hungry, but I was making better decisions. I was hungry as I am now, but I wasn't just giving in. I was holding strong. No, just because you're hungry doesn't mean you have to eat. Wait it out. And at the end of the day, I was always satisfied with my choices, and I was never hungry after dinner. So I just need a lot more willpower. That's where I'm failing. And you know, nice times are coming. I think the first quarter of the year was disaster, but we have good times coming ahead. I have big plans for activities, and I think, you know, do I wish I wouldn't have fallen off? Of course. If I can go back 3 months and start over, I'd love to, but I can't. But I can try to fix it today. So that's what's going through my mind right now. Not an easy video to make, not a fun video to make. But like I said, I think I owe it to you guys. You guys have followed my journey for a very long time. And, you know, there's good days, there's bad days. And as happy as I was to lose 85 pounds, and as unhappy as I am to put on 25 pounds now, so I'm only down 60, which, you know, at the end of the day, 60 is still fantastic. But if I look at the last quarter, it's terrible. So this is just life. It's life, it's gonna happen. I'm not giving up. I think I took my foot off the gas. I'm trying to think what went wrong, what happened. And aside from all the vacations where I was being a foodie, where I was just kind of setting myself to go back to eating whatever the hell I wanted all the time, and it just, you know, you kind of become numb to it, and the fact that I no longer have the urgency of my health, even though I'm not anywhere right, I'm still not a healthy weight. I don't have those big problems with those big health problems I had at the beginning. So I kind of took my foot off the gas. And when you do that, well, this kind of happens, right? So, yep, back on track. Back on track. We'll see. I'm trying to get back on track. This is the first morning. It's, let's see, what time is it? It's 7:20 a.m. and I am absolutely starving. But I'm gonna go back to what I know works, and I know how Saxenda. Oh, and by the way, I have an appointment with my doctor, what was it, April 13th, something like that. So it's coming up pretty soon, where I'm assuming they're gonna want to take some bloods, and then we're gonna see where we go from there. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully that's gonna be good news. But until then, my goal is between now and the doctor, I wanna get back to 290. Does that seem like a lot? Yeah, it does seem like a lot, but you know what? I was doing it before. So 10 days, 10 pounds, I know I can do it. If I have the best version of myself, I can absolutely get to 290. And that's what I'm gonna try to do, be the best version of myself. And it's not just weight-wise, right? Whenever I'm being lazy weight-wise with my choices, it doesn't just stop at food. It's everywhere. Everything's affected by it. And yeah, it just seemed like whenever I watched the old videos, I just seemed like a better person. Like I was happier, I was more active, I was making good choices. And yeah, so I'm gonna strive to get back to there. So that's it for today, folks. A bit of a downer video, I know, but don't give up. Don't give up. I'm not giving up. I made mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. I'm human. It's gonna happen. And like I said, this is where I decide, or we decide together, if you're struggling too, are we getting back on track or are we giving up? That's it. That's it. Are we worth it? Are you worth it? I think you're worth it. So let's get back on track. If you're not, join me in this challenge, in these hard times, and let's get back into where we want to be and keep pushing. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. I wish you guys all a wonderful week. I hope you guys get some good weather soon if you don't have it already. And yeah, big losses, everybody. Talk to you guys soon.